Here's an interesting question. If you have a belief and you have conviction in it, and it has that positive result, like you wake up in the day, you have a positive attitude, and because of that, your day is better. Can someone have an outlook about karma and how it works, still receive the benefit of that, but still be mistaken in how it works?
Maybe.
Ooh, a pit. Morning. You got time for a short interview?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Are you okay if I record it?
Sure.
Okay. All right. My name is Eddie.
Hi.
What's your
Nicole.
name? Nicole? Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, just to kind of give you an idea what I'm doing out here. So I have a hobby where I just have short interviews with random people.
Mm-hmm.
And what the interview is about kind of depends on what you want to pick.
Okay.
So I ask people to pick a belief that they are really certain it's true, and then I'll just ask questions to understand what you believe, why you believe it, and how you concluded that it's true.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I try to time it for 10 minutes to respect people's time, but a lot of times people like to continue the conversation or something like that. So, but I do start with a couple of thought exercises, and then we'll jump into whatever you want to believe. And if you're not really sure what you want to talk about, I can give you like some of the examples of how other people talk about. Okay? All right. So the first thought exercise, I'm going to give you 3 claims, and you just tell me how confident you are that they're true from 0 to 100. So 0 would be like,
Nothing.
I don't believe you at all. I have all questions. 100% would be, I cannot be mistaken about that. That is absolutely true. Okay? So I'll give them all 3 at once. So the first claim is, I own a car. Second one is, I own a Ferrari. And the third one is, I own a space shuttle.
Okay.
Okay? So where would you rate your confidence level in those claims?
I own a car, so 100.
100? Okay.
I do not own a Ferrari, so that's 0.
No, I'm saying me.
Oh, you?
I do.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty easy. You can.
I know. I was like, okay.
So I own a car. How confident you are that's true? And I own a Ferrari and I own a space shuttle.
I mean, I guess it's pretty common for someone to own a car.
Okay.
So maybe like 70.
70 for the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you own a Ferrari, that could be a 50-50 chance.
Okay.
And a space shuttle, I'd probably say that might be like a 10.
10?
I don't know.
Still a chance. Okay, got it. Okay. So let's go with the middle ground one, the 50-50, the Ferrari. What would you have to see in order for you to rise on that confidence scale that I do on a Ferrari?
I mean, besides seeing the Ferrari, maybe the Ferrari keys.
Okay. So if I pull that in my pocket right now, a Ferrari like fob,
Right.
you'd be a little more convinced. Where would that put you?
Probably, well, because you could have the keys and you could just be like borrowing your friend's car or something.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I guess a pretty good, I'd probably say maybe 100, just because it's pretty possible.
Okay.
I don't know many people that would loan their Ferraris out. I don't actually know anybody that owns a Ferrari. So.
Okay. So if I showed you a key fob, you'd be at 100.
Probably, yeah, maybe like 90.
90. Okay. So 100% would be, I cannot be mistaken about that. So, okay, gotcha. And let's go the other direction. What would you have to see to lower your confidence from the 50?
Like Toyota keys.
Oh, so if like you happen to glance and I'm just like walking away and I don't have.
He has a Toyota, so he doesn't have a Ferrari.
So like if you saw me driving away with a Toyota,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
But then
okay.
again, you could still have one at home. Who knows?
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that was the first thought exercise. Second one involves Tic Tacs.
Okay.
So would you agree that the amount of Tic Tacs in this container is either even or odd, and it cannot be both?
I've seen a half of a Tic Tac in there before.
Oh, let me rephrase the question. So, whole Tic Tacs.
Okay. I mean, yeah, let's see, even or odd.
Even or odd? Okay. So let's say you guessed even and I guessed odd, and we popped it open, poured it all out, counted them up together, and we came up with 18.
Okay.
Would you agree that you were correct and I was mistaken?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. So what if I were to say that if you were correct, I'm sorry, first, before I say that, where's your confidence level from 0 to 100, that same scale, that you could accurately guess whether it's even or odd?
50%.
50-50? Okay. If I were to put like money on the table and I'll say, I will give you $10 if you were correct on your 50-50, would that change your confidence level at all?
Probably not.
Okay. What if?
It would just be like, man, I hope I'm right.
Oh, like you would hope?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say I put even more money, so that I said $1,000 if you can guess correctly. Would that give you more hope, or would that increase as well, or would it actually affect your confidence that you could?
None. I mean, because it's just by chance if
Okay.
it's going to be even or odd. So just, I mean, you know.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So those are the thought exercises. So now we get to you get to pick a belief, and I can help you out with it if you'd like. I would say that the more interesting talks are the ones that the beliefs that are you're really certain they're true, and let's say if you woke up tomorrow and you didn't have that belief, it might change your outlook or change your actions in some way. It's like it's part of your, not part of your identity, but it's kind of something that would change your understanding or something like that. Is there anything you can think of? It could be political, it could be religious. I've talked to people about a common one is karma. A lot of people like to talk about karma. They think that karma is real and happening. I talked to a person about his belief in aliens. I've talked to a person about prayer,
Yeah.
God. I've talked to a person about the theory of evolution.
Yeah.
Anything.
I'm trying to think, because I mean, I obviously everybody has their convictions about them.
Right.
But whenever I talk to people, I'm such a devil's advocate
Mm-hmm.
that I can just be like, oh, okay, I can see where you'd be, fully invested in that thought. I guess I believe in karma in some point, in some way. I guess more kind of the positive energy you put out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It results in positive things happening to you. And
Okay.
I guess people can kind of flip-flop on that by being like, oh, well, I'm good all the time and bad things keep happening to me. But it doesn't, ensure that good things will constantly happen to you,
Okay.
I guess I have a pretty firm belief on that.
So you're saying that it's not ensured that if you do good things, no bad things will happen to you, or
But the point of it isn't, oh, I'm going to do this good thing so this will happen to me. That's completely out of the point. You're supposed to just do good things because that's,
Okay. But I want to understand what's your confidence level that karma is actually a thing and happening?
See, like I said, I'm such a devil's advocate because I can be like, oh, I mean, I guess I'm I don't know. Karma could not be a thing because if the person that gets, said bad karma, they could just constantly be a shithead,
Right.
And that's just, but then I guess that would be karma. If
Okay.
they're constantly being mean to people, then that their negative energy is just coming back to them.
Gotcha.
So I'd probably say I believe in it like 80 or 90%.
Okay.
Somebody could like tell me why it's not, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I can see that. You know?
Okay, so you're saying like you're 90% confident, but you are extremely open
Yes.
to being mistaken, I guess.
Right.
Okay. Is this belief testable?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know how it could be.
Is it possible for someone to be a complete shithead their whole life and largely get like good things coming to them?
Yeah.
And like on the flip side, is it possible someone's just like a saint their entire lives and they just get the short end of the stick?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm wondering is, how can we confirm or deconfirm how how karma plays in?
I mean, I guess you really can't, unless that's just what somebody wants to think of it as. You know, like if I'm driving in traffic and somebody was riding me the whole time and, you know, they switch around and all of a sudden they get pulled over, someone most likely would be like, oh, there's your road karma, or that's karma, you know? Like, and that would be like, without a doubt, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's their karma. That's what they get.
Are you saying that it could be a perspective thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say we have two people here. Someone is 90% confident that karma is not a thing, and you're 90% confident that it is. How would we go about discovering which belief is more correct? If you both have your perspectives, so someone who's like 90% confident that karma is not a thing, and they were in traffic and they were zooming around and they got pulled over, they might say that was just a result of their actions.
Yeah.
And not something affecting like an outside force.
Right.
I guess that's a good question. Is karma to you an outside force that affects outcomes, or is it just cause and effect out, sort of internal, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess without even like trying to think about it further, my first thought is, oh, it is an outside force.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone thought it's not an outside force, it's just cause and effect and blah, 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 how would we go about finding out which one of you is more accurate in the understanding?
I mean, maybe it could be like one of those BuzzFeed things where they're like, oh, for a week, you know, we try to do like positive things with the, you know, thought like, you know, good things will happen to me. And maybe the next week, you know, just be selfish and just kind of do things for yourself, or, you know, speed, and, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Maybe change your mindset both weeks.
Interesting. Okay. So let's say a week from now you try this and you're like, all right, I'm just going to be a shithead to everybody. No, just kidding. Or you're going to like get a journal down and jot down everything that happens, and then you're going to flip the script and maybe not do those things.
Yeah.
Maybe not be like angry or anything like that, but just not do those things and see if there's a difference. That'd be good, kind of an experiment. But I'm still, I don't know, how would that demonstrate it's an outside force versus an internal force?
I guess it's just perspective in a way.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because somebody that's just completely all about facts, they're not going to think it's an outside force. They're going to think that it's literally just the outcome of like their chances, or like this is what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Like, I'm pretty sure that if I went to a party and I was just like thrashing the place and was rude to people, I probably wouldn't be invited again.
right.
So I get that aspect of it. But as far as the outside force, I'm wondering how we could discover if that was like happening or not. So if we don't know like a way to test that, whether it's an outside force or not, can we really be confident that it's happening?
I mean, it almost kind of like, it's kind of teetering on whether someone knows if God's real. They just like feel it, they know it, it's the faith, it's, you know, their hope, you know, things like that. I mean, I wouldn't say that thinking karma had anything to do with religion, but I mean, I guess it kind of goes into the same, you know, knowing that it's just an outside force.
What do you mean by knowing it's an outside force?
Well, if someone has like unbreakable faith, then they feel like they know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like conviction. Okay. So does the conviction one has in a belief affect whether that belief is true?
I mean, I feel like something being true or false can't, like something like that, it's really hard to say whether something like God or any other religion is, you know, true or false, you know? Like, that's why it's such like a interesting subject to talk about, because everybody has their own convictions about things.
Yeah.
And people have their testimonies and things
So,
like that, so that's their facts.
Right.
Or, you know.
So let's say, let's have an example that's a little more simple. So let's say I have conviction, but I really, really, really thought that I could guess how much whole Tic Tacs are in here, like even or odd. Would that affect my ability to figure out whether it's even or odd? You know what I mean? Like, if I had more conviction, like I just knew it was even, would that affect whether it was even or odd?
No. Because it either is or it isn't.
Okay.
You know, like, because I mean, you could be like, oh my gosh, it's 20. Like, I just know it's 20. And I'm like, yeah, but I think it's odd. It's probably 21. It turns to be 21. You're just like, ugh, you know? Like, oh, I just felt like it was.
But Nicole, there's money on the line, okay?
$1,000 on the line.
Okay. So when we take that example and we maybe move it to karma, whether it's an outside force, and let's say we really had conviction that it was an outside force, would the same thought apply that whatever we think or how much conviction we have doesn't really affect whether it is or isn't true?
I mean, I think the more faith you have in something, like, if you're like, you know, I know that I start the day with a positive attitude, and like, I feel like good things happen to me, or like I have a more productive day because of it, then that's probably true, like, for you, because it's your, like, thing, you know? Like, I feel like if I, like, don't sleep all day, like, before I have to go to work, and actually do something more productive, I feel like it does, like, positively affect my day, but that's just because of my mindset.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that is a huge thing to do with, like, I think everything. So if it has to do with karma, then, you know.
Here's an interesting question. If you have a belief, and you have conviction in it, and it has that positive result, like you wake up in the day, you have a positive attitude, and because of that, your day is better. Can someone have an outlook about karma and how it works, still receive the benefit of that, but still be mistaken in how it works? So like if someone thought that karma was just cause and effect, I do this and that happens, and if I don't do that, this happens, and still receive the outside force karma. Or on the other hand, if someone believed that karma was an outside force, but it really wasn't, but they received that cause and effect result as well.
I think as long as they understand that, like, if you do think positively and do positive things will happen to you. Maybe not right then, but you know, like, they don't even have to think that it's karma. That's just like the main, like, what it's composed of. So I think that that's probably what matters most.
Okay.
But I'm sure people think about karma like in different ways, but the main purpose of it is just, you know, to either have a positive mindset or negative mindset for what you want to receive.
Right. Okay. So having kind of thought it through and kind of explored those possibilities, are you still at that 90% that karma is an outside force acting upon us?
I mean,
are you higher?
Well,
or lower?
I mean, I'm not even saying that it's, I don't know if this is like a thing, but like an inside force, it has to do with you.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, it's all about your energy.
Gotcha.
But it's also other people's energy too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What did you think about the talk? Yeah?
I just woke up and came here, so my brain's kind of like, you know?
Cool. Your dog is super patient, by the
Yeah,
way.
she is.
Everyone else's dogs.
She's just looking for squirrels to kill.
There's a couple of them back there.
No, I know. She will drag me. Yeah, she hasn't even seen that one yet. She'll normally drag me to the ground to
I don't
get
see it
one.
either. Cool. Well, this is my card. Sometimes people like to reach out to me to...
I was even going to ask. I was like, are you like a philosophy teacher?
No. This is
Okay.
just a hobby.
Okay.
It is called something. It's called Street Epistemology.
Okay.
And it's largely an approach to analyze the method in which people use to know something or be confident in something. And so it's just really fun hobby for me to do.
That's cool.
And yeah, sometimes people like to reach out to me and tell me like that they try to test their belief out, or they or whatever, they thought about something and they wanted to, you know, update me on their confidence, and their confidence was raised by the conversation, or the confidence was lowered by the conversation, you know.
Yeah.
It just really depends. But yeah, so if like, you know, 6 months down the road and you decide, you know what, I noticed something and I did a test, or I did that for a week,
Yeah.
and here's my results or whatever,